Hello there, gorgeous. Welcome back, and thank you for choosing to ride with me today. How would you like me to get you to your next destination? Would you like me to be direct, or are you in the mood for a more scenic route? I know you're fed up with cruising down the frustrating back roads with men who are emotionally locked tighter than a vault, so buckle up, Buttercup, because I'm about to take you on a wild ride. That's right, baby girl. I'm so glad you're hopping in the passenger seat for this one. Today, we're peeling back the hood to expose why men struggle to get vulnerable. We're diving deep into the hidden forces, societal pressures, and psychological roadblocks. Plus, I've got some sizzling strategies to help you create a safe space for your man to open up. So sit back, take a deep breath in for me, nice and slow. Just like that, baby. You know exactly how I like it. Don't forget to tap that like button, subscribe, and ring that bell for more spicy navigation. All right, gorgeous. Let's talk about that moment when you're craving to be close to him, yet it feels like you're cruising towards a road closed sign. Those moments when you are trying to pour out your heart, being fully vulnerable, in attempt to build deep connection, and you are met with cold responses. Like that time you asked him, "What's wrong?" And he replies with that stoic, yet familiar, "Nothing, I'm good." Trust me, you are not the first woman to get hit with this pushback and resistance to vulnerability from men, and I know it's enough to make you want to slam on the brakes and scream, "Where's the damn exit?" It's like being stuck in a traffic jam with no GPS signal, no map, and a low battery. You desire to be close to him, but he sets up roadblocks left and right to prevent too much vulnerability. You're left feeling alone, disconnected, and wondering if you're even on the right road. But here's the truth, baby girl. It's not just him being stubborn or playing hard to get. There's a whole highway of societal and psychological barriers keeping his heart locked up tighter than a vault in a Hemingway novel. I'm talking Ernest Hemingway, that rugged, stoic writer who spun tales of tough guys hiding their pain behind whiskey and war stories. But listen here, beautiful queen. Let's make something crystal clear. You deserve a relationship where vulnerability flows both ways, like a smooth two-lane highway. Unpacking these reasons why he's so guarded. That's your roadmap to navigating toward a connection that's open, real, and oh so spicy, just the way you like it. All right, baby girl, let's get under the hood and figure out why your man's heart is stuck in neutral. But we first need to consider the way in which a boy is raised. Picture being told from a very young age lines like "toughen up" or "boys don't cry." Society's got him believing that showing vulnerability is a one-way ticket to Weakville, and believe it or not, that's a heavy burden to carry. That's the script your man's been handed. Lock your emotions down because letting them slip is like admitting defeat. This internal messaging runs deep. Shame is the silent co-pilot here. When he even thinks about opening up, shame whispers, "What if she sees you're not invincible?" That fear of rejection. He's been taught to bury his feelings, not navigate them, like he's shoving a storm into a bottle and praying it doesn't explode. This isn't just emotional constipation, darling. It's a full-on psychological roadblock, wired into his brain by years of conditioning that says vulnerability equals failure. He's not just stalling because he's cold. He's terrified that letting you see his raw, unfiltered heart will make you hit the brakes. But don't you worry. I've got the jumper cables to spark that engine back to life. Now, here's the secrets you've been waiting for. How do you create a safe space for your man to let those walls down? I've got 3 red-hot strategies to steer this ride in the right direction. First, I want you to start swapping out the interrogation and replace it with seductive empathy. Ditch the "why won't you talk?" Vibe and purr something like, "I see you're carrying something heavy, baby. I'm right here when you're ready to share." It's like inviting him into a cozy back seat instead of shining a spotlight in his eyes. To make it even more effective, add a gentle touch. Your hand softly on his arm or lace your fingers into his to melt away his guarded edge. That warmth signals safety, tapping into his psyche to ease the fear of being exposed. It's not just words. It's about creating a healthy space that says, "You can trust me with your heart." Secondly, I want you to focus on showing him what sultry vulnerability looks like. Lean into him. Let your eyes soften and share a piece of your heart, saying something like, "Baby, I was so overwhelmed at work today, and talking it out with you really makes me feel a lot better." It's like leaving a trail of rose petals down a candlelit road, inviting him to follow your lead without being pushy. Your ability to be vulnerable with him is your power, showing him it's safe to bare his soul. Maybe rest your hand on his knee as you speak, letting that gentle touch weave a connection. Psychologically, you're modeling openness, rewiring his brain to see emotional honesty as sexy, not scary. You're not just setting the mood, you're paving the way for his heart to cruise closer to yours. Thirdly, celebrate his baby steps with some spicy affirmation. When he shares even a tiny spark of his heart, don't just nod, turn up the heat. Look him in the eyes, let a slow smile spread, and purr, "Oh baby, I love when you let me in like that. It's so damn sexy." It's like pouring fuel on a flickering flame, making him crave that open road with you. A soft caress on his cheek, or a playful nudge can amplify that praise, anchoring the moment in his psyche. This isn't just flattery, it's positive reinforcement, teaching him that vulnerability won't crash his engine but will rev it up. Keep that fire burning, my queen, and watch him start to speed toward you. These moves aren't about fixing him or playing mind games. They're loving gestures that whisper, "I'm here for you, baby, and it's safe to let me in." You're paving a smooth road where he can drop his guard and be real with you. Be patient, darling, because unraveling years of conditioning is a slow cruise, and your fiery heart deserves that deep, open connection. All right, my queen, let's bring this sizzling ride home. So in summary, your man's heart is locked behind a road-closed sign, trapped by society's toxic rules that scream, "Real men don't break." Like Ernest Hemingway crafting his stoic heroes, he's been taught to hide his pain beneath a tough exterior, dodging vulnerability like it's a crash waiting to happen. But you now hold the keys to that vault. With your seductive empathy, leaning in close, purring, "I see you're carrying something heavy, baby," with a soft touch on his arm, you're inviting him into your warm, cozy backseat. By sharing your own sultry vulnerability, you'll start to create a path of rose petals showing him it's safe to bare his soul to you. And when he lets you in, even just a spark, remember to fan that flame with an affirming, "Oh baby, that's so sexy," keeping his engine revving. Got a man stuck in emotional neutral? Drop your story in the comments and let's keep this spicy convo burning. Smash that like button, subscribe, and ring that bell, because I've got more spicy rides coming your way. Keep cruising with that fire, and always remember you are worthy of love and you are enough.